Today marks day 9 of the government shutdown, and without a resolution, millions of federal workers and military service members won't see a paycheck in the next few days. One local credit union is hoping to ease the anxiety that comes with that.
And KTIV's Kaylee Doms met with the president of Siouxland Federal Credit Union. Tonight she has more. Kaylee, what can you share with us?
Jessica, Matt, millions of federal employees across the country are preparing for the worst, and some work right here in Siouxland. But a credit union is stepping up to help federal employees, Siouxlanders, get through the next few weeks of uncertainty. Siouxland Federal Credit Union is offering loans to help federal employees in our community who are affected by the government shutdown. They can get a 0% interest loan up to $5,000 for a 4-month term note. They will also avoid early withdrawal penalties on certificates up to $5,000. Siouxland Federal Credit Union's president said the credit union was already working with some of their federally employed members to try and help, and that's when this idea came about.
We have a lot of members here that work for different organizations in the federal government, and we're having to help some of those already. We thought, why not put out a program where that wouldn't cost them any additional monies, and once they get their paycheck back, they can just pay it back to relieve the stress on them.
They are also making loan modifications as needed on a case-by-case basis. That includes moving payment dates back or skipping a month's payment altogether, just to help reduce stress. However, their financial advice for federally employed Siouxlanders is to take out loans as a second option.
I would say look at all your options. You know, if you have savings, of course, you know, use that first, and then if you don't, consider borrowing something like this at a 0% rate to reduce the stress in your household.
Steenhoven says the loan is available to all federal employees, even if they aren't a member at Siouxland Federal Credit Union. You can visit one of their 6 offices with proof that you are federally employed and on furlough. When reaching out to any bank to see if they offer assistance, you should say that you're a federal employee impacted by the shutdown and ask if any shutdown relief programs are available. Frontline reps should know how to handle that request. There are other national banks offering assistance as well. We have that list available on our website at ktiv.com.
All right, KTIV's Kaylee Doms for us tonight. Kaylee, thank you.